Even though I want things, I don't obsess over them or let myself suffer. I'll explain why in this video. If you can relate to my way of thinking, you might find that practicing the law of attraction can help reduce a lot of anxiety. It's not exactly something that sounds good at first, so I debated whether I should make this video, but since some of you asked about it in the comments, I decided to prepare it. I truly believe this approach will be a big help in attracting what you want. In this video, I'm going to incorporate some teachings from Buddha. I'll connect them to the mindset you need when practicing the law of attraction. This isn't a religious talk, so you don't need to feel uncomfortable with it. Just listen, and if it resonates with you, feel free to try it out for yourself. Buddhism teaches us about the causes of suffering and how to overcome them. According to Buddha, the reason we suffer is that we don't see things as they truly are. We confuse suffering with happiness and happiness with suffering, leading us to become overly attached to things we shouldn't be and overly angry about things we shouldn't be. This is why life can feel painful. In short, we suffer because we don't fully understand the truth. Buddhism calls ignorance the root cause of suffering. So, if we understand things properly, we can eliminate suffering. We tend to think that getting what we want will make us happy. And naturally, we try to attract those things. When we get what we want, we feel joy. But through experience, we know that no external thing can bring us eternal happiness. After the initial joy, we quickly take it for granted and either want something bigger or fear losing what we have. We also start to see the downsides we didn't expect. What we desire always comes with something we don't want. No matter what, there is nothing that will only bring us happiness. We need to understand this fully. When we experience happiness from something external, suffering inevitably follows. This is why Buddhist practitioners strive to break the cycle of rebirth and achieve liberation. But what about people who aren't monks? Should we avoid wanting things and stop practicing the law of attraction? No, it's okay to want things and try to attract them. However, we need to understand that what we desire often comes with things we don't want. We must recognize that there is no perfect, all-encompassing key to happiness. This is a tip for reducing attachment and a shortcut to manifesting what you want. There's no need to force yourself to pretend that something you want isn't good for you. It's okay to acknowledge that what you desire will bring you joy, but it won't necessarily bring eternal happiness. And it might come with unexpected responsibilities. Just knowing this is enough. One of the most popular videos on this channel is about attracting a specific person. So let's use that as an example. At first, just hearing from them might make you happy. But will that be enough? Probably not. You'll want to meet them and go on a date. And once you do, you'll be so happy. But is that enough? Eventually, you might want to make them your own. You'll want to know more about them. And the more you know, the more responsibilities you'll have. You'll start worrying about what they like or don't like. Let's say you start dating. At first, their good qualities will seem like a given. But soon, you'll notice their flaws. You'll think, if only they were a bit better in this area, or if only they didn't do that. You might even get jealous of their other friends. Let's imagine that you get married. How will it play out? If you watch how people describe their spouses on talk shows, you'll see that no one is perfect. The person you're with can't bring you all the happiness you expect, which is why there's no need to obsess over them. The person you desire is not something you should be overly attached to. This is understanding what true desire is. If we understand that what we desire might not be as great as we think, we can let go of it without forcing ourselves. If we really understand that getting what we want might bring us some inconvenience or extra responsibility, we won't obsess over it. For example, let's say you really want something. You may want it badly at first, but you also understand that getting it might come with challenges. So, you treat it as part of a larger mission and accept that challenges will arise. You'll still enjoy the journey, even if things get more difficult. When something you desire comes true, it means your life is evolving to match your new level. You're growing, and life will adjust to your level too. That's why, even though I want things to happen quickly, I also know that it's okay if they take time. Because I know there will be difficulties ahead, I'm ready for them. You might wonder, shouldn't I just stop wanting anything if that's the case? You might think that logically, but deep down, we are like moths flying toward the flame. We can't help but desire things. But by understanding the process, we can prevent ourselves from becoming obsessed with those desires. We can approach it lightly, like a game. Set a goal. Imagine that it's already happening and live your life as usual. Over time, little by little, your desires will manifest and you'll keep moving forward with joy. If your happiness depends on external things, then you're placing the key to your happiness outside of yourself. And that means you'll end up being dependent on those external things, worrying about them and letting them control you. That's diminishing your own sense of worth and giving more importance to what's outside of you. So don't elevate your desires too much. Understand that what you want is not absolutely essential to your happiness. It's important, but it's not the end-all be-all. The law of attraction works when you understand that what you desire doesn't have to be so extraordinary. When you let go of the belief that it's essential to your happiness, you'll find peace with it. And when you truly convince yourself of that, your reality will start to reflect it. In this video, I've shared how understanding the nature of your desires can help reduce attachment and make the law of attraction work for you. It's not the easiest message to hear, but it's the shortcut. If you've watched until the end, I believe you'll understand and be able to apply this. Make the state of mind of wanting what you desire naturally and calmly your reality, and you'll experience that same reality. Trust the process and let it unfold. Thank you for watching.